Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Act on This TV, filmed right here in the heart of Media City UK in Manchester. If you're an actor, by the way, and you've not been down here to hang out yet or watch a show be filmed in the studios behind me, or just sit and soak up the vibe, then you are missing out. Get yourself down here. You'll absolutely love this place. Now, I am super excited to introduce you to this week's special guest. He's a great friend of mine and an incredible actor, okay? His name is George Bukhari. You will recognise him from top shows like Happy Valley, Ordinary Lies and The A Word. You may have even seen him in top West End shows as well. But it wasn't always going to be this way for George. He wasn't destined to be an actor and have a career like this, and that's what I find so inspiring about his story, okay? I'm not going to tell you anything about it now. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm going to head up to on the 7th. I'm going to scrub up, I'm going to get warm, and I'm going to let George tell you that story very, very soon, all right? I know you're going to love this chat. Don't go anywhere, and I will see you guys on the inside. So we are back in on the 7th for another episode of Act on This TV. Can I please have a round of applause for tonight's special guest, Mr. George Bukhari.
Oh my God.
And some whops, some hollers. Excellent. Just makes it sound like we've got a bigger crew, George.
Yeah. It's empty, really.
Don't say that. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for inviting me, mate.
Absolute pleasure. I want to start off with something. I mean, we're going to talk about everything to do with acting tonight, the industry, kind of what it takes for young emerging actors. I still class us as young, George.
Yeah.
Well, you're younger than me. I'm 34. You're 28.
28, yeah.
What it really takes for younger actors to establish themselves in today's industry, in the TV industry today, because it's ever changing, ever evolving. But before we get into that, you look awesome, mate. I saw a picture of you a couple of weeks ago on Facebook of this incredible transformation physically that you've been through over the last 4 years. You started off at 24 stone. You now weigh 13. You've lost 11 stone. That is literally how much I weigh. So you have lost one of me.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations. And what was the catalyst that kind of started you off on this incredible journey?
So I can fit into a suit jacket.
So you can do the interview. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can go to next now, just pull the jacket out and know that I'm going to be able to fit into it. No, multiple reasons really. And multiple reasons away from acting, to be quite honest with you. One, my health. I was 24 stone, and for a 22-year-old to be 24 stones, it's serious, you know what I mean? You need to lose the weight. Anxiety, controlling it. Get my mood right, and then acting as well. It can open more doors for me, I suppose, if I'm a lot lighter.
Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because some people would be like, well, actually, George, and we're going to talk about the roles that you've played, and you've done some incredible stuff, but people will be like, well, were you being employed because of your physicality, because it puts you into a very specific niche? I mean, you were super niche because you're an actor of ethnicity, you're young, you were a particular size, which kind of does put you into a very specific casting bracket. How do you think the industry is now going to embrace the new slimline George Bukhari? And how's it affected like your headshots and your show reel and all that kind of stuff?
Well, they're yet to be done yet. I've got to get some new headshots, maybe the next month or two. I've got a job, and after this job, then I'm going to get some headshots and sort my show reel out. But the thing is, if I do a show reel, like all the parts I've done, I've been 24 stone or 18 stone, and now I'm 13, I need a new show reel.
Yeah.
They're not going to get who walked through the door. But
well, Chris Stone behind me here, he's your man for some show reel footage, man. He's awesome.
Talk to you after, definitely.
Definitely, but no, I think it's interesting because it will put you into a different bracket. Have you got any kind of insecurities about that, or hang-ups or nervousness about that, because you will be getting employed for something you haven't been so far?
Well, yeah, I suppose as a young actor, I have got insecurities about it, because I think to myself, people have given me jobs. One, well, hopefully I like to think because I was right for the part, but I went in for parts, big parts, and now I'm hoping not to go in just for big parts. I've still got a bit of body weight on me, so I can fit into that category, but I suppose now the doors are open for multiple things, so I'll have to see what happens.
So I think you've done the groundwork. I think you've proved yourself so far in the roles you've had that hopefully people will see you for your talent now, as opposed to just what you were physically.
Yeah, I suppose before they wanted a big guy or a big Asian guy coming in. There's not many of us, so yeah, get George in and see what happens, and sometimes I got the job, sometimes I didn't, but it feels better to be 13 stone. I feel more proactive now. I'm more energized, and and life feels a lot more positive because I'm not carrying 24 stone anymore. It's amazing how much body weight can change the way you think or feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, we just said before we started rolling that I think that, most potent and probably underused antidepressant on the planet in terms of something that can really increase your mood and keep you stable, you know, in your state of being is exercise, and that's something you've embraced.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the main thing. You know, like in between jobs when I didn't have jobs for a long time, the gym was the one for me. Do you know what I mean? I used to go to the gym, feel good, feel sexy, and well, I've got a long way, but
Sexy.
you know, just feel like good about yourself, and then walk away like energized. When you get that audition, you think, ready.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
hit the gym before and hit the gym afterwards. You know, just make your mind feel
big
good.
foundation for what I feel has been, you know, partly hugely responsible for any success that I've had.
Yeah.
Has been exercise. Ultimately, that's where it kind of begins, an investment in your own body. And I don't think I used to know how good my body was designed to feel until I started working out.
Mm-hmm. No.
So yeah, congratulations. I mean, that's absolutely awesome. Let's kind of dive into a bit more on the acting front.
Yeah.
We haven't even worked together as actors yet. That's one thing we need to sort out soon. But we did, we kind of have some common ground. So we trained at the same drama school. We both trained at the Manchester Metropolitan School of Theatre.
Yeah.
I thought you were only a couple of years below me, but you're way, way below me. I graduated in 2005.
2011. 2011.
2011.
Yeah, I
wow.
graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been quite vocal in terms of when a lot of actors ask me about how valuable drama school, the traditional route is. I don't want to give any of that opinion away to colour your opinion right now about what you're going to say, but what was your opinion of drama school? How did it serve you? And what was your biggest takeaway?
Well, at the time when you go to drama school, you think this is it. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to make it. I'm going to be an actor, you know, and everything they teach you take on board with 100% of your heart, thinking this is the business, you know. But when you leave, reality kicks in, and everything you've been taught doesn't really matter, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm not a professional, and you know, I'm not a coach, I'm not an acting teacher, I'm not a casting director. I can't really judge that. But my own personal opinion is that it didn't really do me much justice, because I had to start from scratch when I left drama school. It's very much, if you asked me to play a 14-year-old, I could take on loads of characteristics of being a 40-year-old and read the play and think, oh, I can do that in such a way. But drama school doesn't spend enough time on getting to know yourself and what you've got inside with your emotions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Know what you mean.
And it's acting for me, again, just my personal opinion, is taking on circumstances of what a writer's written, but using yourself in portraying those circumstances. Where drama school teach you to be that character, but not be yourself, be the character with the circumstances rather than be you with the circumstances.
Yeah, I completely agree. So it's very much like, well, exactly the same my experience. We were playing characters in drama school in some very classical theatre productions. I mean, I played in second year drama school, I played the character of Leontes in A Winter's Tale. Yeah. You know, a character so far removed from who I was as at the time, like a 22-year-old lad who knew very little about life. And how relevant that was to coming out after drama school and then going, well, I'm going to be auditioning for parts of a 22-year-old, not of this, you know, 40-year-old king or whatever he is. It was very much bringing yourself to the character as opposed to bringing the character to yourself, like you say, of what you had to offer. So I often felt like I had to reboot when I left drama school and I was kind of starting again. What would you say to then anybody who is thinking of going, like, you know, and they do think it's the be all and end all? What would your advice be?
You know, I do a pros and cons, because drama school, I can slate it all evening with you, but you've got to look at the positives of it. Now, for people who are young actors, especially who are not stable, they're quite erratic, which we get in young people, especially now people are getting into drama school when they're 18, where years ago you'd have to be at a certain age to go to drama school and have maturity. Now they're taking them in at 18. So for an 18-year-old, it can get them, you know, balanced and matured and get that ensemble-based ethoses in them, you know what I mean? So they can work as a part of a team.
Yeah,
and understand how,
year group.
Understand how important that is when you're in a company, that you need that camaraderie. I can't say the word, what is it?
Camaraderie.
That's the one. When you're working as a part of a cast or an ensemble, you need that. And drama school definitely embeds that in you. But 2 days a year, and 2 days after 3 years doing TV work is not relevant.
Is that what you got? I got 1 week, I got 5 days in 3 years.
I got 2 days. And at the time I thought, oh, well, that's just what I need. But then when I left drama school, and lo and behold, my first audition was a TV role. And I won't say what it was, but I read it, I learnt the lines, I actioned it, I ripped it apart and think I can do this look at a certain point and, you know, over exaggerate my voice in this point, and I didn't get the job. I was thinking to myself, why didn't I get the job? I've done everything what I've been taught to do. And then I thought, because I wasn't myself, you know, I was being trying to be somebody completely different, where actually now I could say to myself when I read a script, right, the circumstances are there. I understand what emotions are being played and the reasons why they're being played. And now how can I play that as myself? Because I am going to go in for a 25 to 35-year-old and I can play those parts. And they want me as a person, look-wise, my personality. I might have to tweak my personality a little bit towards the character, but I'm still going to be playing me. It's still me in that shot. It's not a 40-year-old, it's a 28-year-old George. You know, but now I need to take on the circumstances as myself, and that's where the real acting happens, because your emotions engage. Do you know what I mean? And then you can actually start to act. That's just my opinion. That's
an intelligent actor, though, mate. That's exactly how I look at it. You know, I think what you were doing in that initial audition is getting so technical on. That's what I found at drama school. It turned me into a robot. So I knew the technicalities of everything. I knew how to balance a stage. I knew how to project, which isn't even necessary in TV. It can sometimes do you a disservice. I knew all of where I should be at a certain time, and yet the actual one thing that makes a performance compelling is the emotional intelligence, and that's what I felt I lacked. And maybe it's because of age. You know, I came out of drama school at 24. I'm such a more accomplished actor now at 34, and I'll be a more accomplished actor at 44, 54 as I'm developing that life experience. So it might have been something to do with age, but I felt that we churned out in that year group 24, 26 robots.
Yeah, and you do, and you're all the same.
Yeah,
you can spot a RADA actor off from a mile away because they're classically trained. But for instance, like you know, I've done this scene in Ordinary Lives where basically I was confessing to Mackenzie Crook's character that I was getting abused by my missus.
Saw it, great scene.
Yeah, and
Is it the one with tears in the car?
Yeah, it's a crying scene, and you know, I was still quite a young actor because that was now 2 years ago. Now, if I'd done it in my drama school way, I would have put on a cry and, you know, over-exaggerated the cry as a teacher at drama school to be theatrical. But really, it needed real emotion, and that's for me where you do it with the experiences what you've already got.
Yeah.
So my point is that drama school don't train you on your strengths of emotions, what you've already experienced, and how to tune them into acting, but rather they teach you how to theatrically portray something or express it.
It's awesome, and that's why I think people get better with age, and as great things and also very tragic things happen in their life. If someone had told me at drama school to act out a scene where you're told, for instance, something tragic from my own life, you know, my father passing away, at drama school you'd be very tempted to, you know, go massive, throw yourself on the floor, go, oh my God. And then when that happens in real life, as you know yourself, it's a very different experience. I went completely insular. I didn't cry straight away. It was, you know, a very personal experience for me that I wouldn't really have known how to play unless I'd been through that.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'd been given that before I'd experienced it, you know, I would have been that incredibly theatrical drama school way of, you know, actually portraying that.
And that what you've experienced is a real life experience, and it's now a tool for you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's an emotion what your body's had trauma with, and you can use that any time. You know, that's the same for me. I lost my dad at the age of 12, and I still use that now. For instance, in that crying scene, you know, it's that emotional memory thing, the Americans or whatever, but that's something what I've created that, you know, realize that that's something I can use, and you can engage in it anytime you want. It's just knowing how to do it.
How to dip in, yeah.
And how to dip in. And that's where drama school should have helped me, been able to dip in. The Americans have got a great way of teaching people how to use emotional memory, and drama schools don't dip into it. They'd rather teach you how to express it or play it rather than actually really live it at the time of the scene.
How many times have you told drama school, so how are you going to play this scene?
Yeah.
Or how are you going to be in this scene? You know,
not
probably
real.
be better.
It's not real, man. It's, you know, like I say, I was learning to play a 40-year-old when I was 19. But then I left drama school and was going up for 19-year-old parts. I was like, okay, maybe I should wait another 40 years before I start auditioning for things because then I'll know how to do it. You know what I mean?
No, I totally get it. Totally get it. I think
but then,
really,
but then
really
you get the
point.
pros. You know, it teaches you a good discipline, drama school, and I met some amazing people and a great support network. Neve Dowling, especially, who you'll know, is great. And she's,
shout out to Neve if you're watching. We're not slating anything, Neve. We're just being honest.
No,
but you were great.
Yeah, Neve's a great social worker as well. You know, she helps people and she's like a life coach for people who are at that school, and she knows near enough everybody, so she can point you in the right direction or give you good advice. And then the friends come with it, you know, who we're all in it together. And I've got some friends doing extremely well now, and I've got some friends who've decided to leave the acting and do something else, but they're still friends. So you know, I had a great time, great parties.
Awesome. Yeah, very much so. What was the first few months like for you upon graduating then? Because you've been quite honest in terms of it didn't prepare you. I didn't feel it prepared me for actually getting work. I was very overwhelmed when I came out. I didn't know which casting directors cast what. I didn't know which agents were very good. Even though we'd been focusing on agents in third year, we weren't really taught the business of the business at all. What were those first few months like for you? Because you got into theatre.
Well, yeah, well, this is the thing. I'd done a show and I invited agents to come and see it. And an agent come to see it and she knew of a part, it was called Piggy at the time, Lord of the Flies in London. And they were reviving Lord of the Flies, and she came to see me and she said, oh, this part's brilliant for you. Would you like to go up for it? I won't represent you, but I'll put you up for it.
Okay.
I'll see what happens. So I did, and I got the job. And that's where drama school kicked in and said, oh, maybe you shouldn't leave your training. You're halfway through your third year. And I was like, had a good think to myself, and I thought, no. This is the chance for me to get a real job. Why would you stop me? So I told them.
I didn't know this. So you didn't finish?
You know, I didn't finish. It was halfway through my third year. So I left technically halfway through my third year. And I told drama school, no, I am doing it. You know, this is real work, which I've been training for.
So I hope you are enjoying this interview so far. All right, there's still so much more to come in this chat. If you want to get access to it, I need you to do two very simple things for me. All right, one, I need you to be on the actonthis.tv website. Okay, so if you're watching this preview on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else like that, look for a link in the description of the video, click it, and it's going to take you over to actonthis.tv where you will find the full interview. Okay, secondly, I need you to then log into or sign up for a premium account to the site. Okay, if you've already got a premium account, just log in at the top of the page and you'll get full access straight away. If you've not, then have a look underneath the video on actonthis.tv on that page, and you'll see a little description of how you can get a premium account very, very quickly. It'll take you like 2 minutes, if that. And you'll also see a link that's going to take you to a page where we'll explain how we use revenue from premium memberships to fund and help some amazing charities. Okay, so it's an absolute win-win situation. So to recap, click on the link if you're not already on actonthis.tv that you'll find in the description of this preview, and then once there, log into a premium account or get yourself one. Okay, it's going to tell you underneath the video how you can do that, or if you've got a free account, how you can upgrade to one as well. All right, so I won't keep you any longer, but do that and you'll get full access. I'll see you back in that interview very, very soon. Bye for now.